The first two games of Group A have been played, and guess what? It's all about Victor Osimhen being on target, but he couldn't obviously secure an outright win for the club, for the country of Nigeria, and he missed out on close to two-seaters. And you're going to discuss that. Aston Villa has also gone ahead to drop points, and they were supposed to obviously go in the region of 45 points with Liverpool, but they've gone ahead to drop points, and now they're having 43 points, and they're level with Manchester City, and they've gone ahead to play one game more in there for you. We're going to discuss lots of things here onto the Rokani Media Football. The AFCON is here to go, and the first game of the day has gone ahead to be accomplished down in Ivory Coast. It was really a roller coaster of events, and guess what happened? Equatorial Guinea, we are the first ones obviously take the lead. It was in the 36th minute, and Ivan Salvador went ahead to obviously capitalize onto the very good build-up that was put up by the side of Equatorial Guinea. A cutback came in through from the left back, and then Ivan Salvador went ahead to obviously place that ball into the bottom corner, and it couldn't obviously be stopped by the goalkeeper, and it was 1-0. And 2 minutes later, Victor Osimhen went ahead to obviously capitalize onto a cross that was given to him by Lukman, who plays for Atalanta, and he headed it home. So before all that happened, Osimhen had a clear header, and he couldn't obviously head it on target. Sorry about that. He headed it off target, and it was really one of those most annoying moments of the day. Then, in the second half, Victor Osimhen went ahead to obviously miss out on a sitter. Now, this is what I tell everyone, that every time you don't create very many chances for your number 9, he's not going to score. I dedicate this to the people at Arsenal. Look at Victor Osimhen today. He had 3 chances and scored 1. Now, ask yourself, when was the last time Arsenal created 3 chances for their number 9? You know, the same applies to the club I support, Manchester United. So it's all about creating chances. When you look at the build-up of Nigeria, it was really shaky. And you saw to it that when Chikwueze came on the field of play, I think there was a lot of attack. And I blame the manager of Nigeria not to start Chikwueze. That is it. They had to start Chikwueze and play into that role very, very well, because he really created a lot of life. And very many chances were really created. And Victor Osimhen, by the way, was more active in those minutes that saw this man come and really play for the side of Nigeria. So I think the manager of Nigeria needs to obviously rectify lots of things from his starting 11. And I think Iwobi shouldn't be starting. I should be starting. I think he rather plays either Iheanacho, you know, or Oribo into that position. I think they can offer better than Iwobi. I think Iwobi should be played in the double pivot. According to me, he should be played in the double pivot. Then either Iheanacho or Oribo should be on the field of play. That is it. Lukman played very well, and I really loved his service off the left side. And all Nigeria need is to get Chikwueze onto the right attacking side of the midfield. Osimhen through the middle, Iheanacho playing behind him, and Lukman playing onto the left. I think that team can be a more attack-minded team, because the quality that they bring on the field of play is really very huge, and the momentum cannot be dropped. So I think the manager has gone ahead to make himself really lose this game. They're going to play Guinea-Bissau, that lost yesterday to Ivory Coast in their second fixture, and they'll close up the group with a game against Ivory Coast. And it's going to be very, very tricky. Though it's hard for them not to go through the group, because they are 4 positions of the best losers. But I think if you're Nigeria, you would at least want to collect 7 points from this group. But remember, Ivory Coast are the hosts, and they are looking good. I think if they get Sebastian Haller back, they can obviously haunt Nigeria if Nigeria doesn't step up to where it deserves to be, especially in as far as the choice of the starting 11 for the manager is. His tactics look ill, because Nigeria have talented players, but he has not gone ahead to obviously front them on the field of play. And this was exactly what the stats were onto this game. You see, Nigeria, they had 19 shots, you know, 7 shots by Equatorial Guinea, 7 out of the 19 were on target. That was really very bad for Nigeria. They had to have like 10 on target, and they would have gone ahead to get in more goals. Then Equatorial Guinea had only one shot on target, meaning that Nigeria defended very well, and unluckily that only one shot they had on target crossed the line. 51% ball possession by Nigeria. Equatorial Guinea had 49%. I like the way Equatorial Guinea really could build up, though it was known on very many occasions, but all I saw was it was intentional every time they really passed that ball from the back. They could knock that ball around very well, something that Nigeria couldn't do. You get 333 passes completed by Nigeria, 334 passes completed by Equatorial Guinea, 77% passing accuracy by Nigeria, 76% passing accuracy by Equatorial Guinea. Then 13 fouls by Nigeria, 11 fouls by Equatorial Guinea, 1 yellow card to Nigeria, and 2 yellow cards to Equatorial Guinea, 0 red cards to both sides, 3 offsides to Nigeria, and 1 offside to Equatorial Guinea, 2 corners to Nigeria, and 3 corners to Equatorial Guinea. It shows you that Nigeria lacked a lot into the final third because they could do better. According to me, Nigeria would have gone ahead to do better. Now, Ivory Coast is topping the Group 1 game played, 3 points. Equatorial Guinea have 1 point in 1 game. Nigeria have 1 point in 1 game. And Guinea-Bissau is obviously at the bottom. 0 points with a goal difference of -2. And remember that Guinea-Bissau is playing Nigeria. And Nigeria have a chance that Equatorial Guinea is playing Ivory Coast. If Ivory Coast win this game of football and Nigeria beat Guinea-Bissau, all they will be wanting in the game of Ivory Coast will be a draw to obviously go as a second place team. But when you go as a second place team, you might find yourself really falling into teams like Egypt, you know, something that I think they wouldn't like to see to it that it happens that way. So let's go to the game of Aston Villa. Aston Villa have today played with Everton at the Goodson's Park. The game has ended 0-0. And guys, it was really a very good game to watch. Everton had chances, everyone had chances, but they couldn't kill off the chances. As you see it into the stats, Everton 10 shots, then Aston Villa had 16 shots. That is it. 2 shots on target by by Everton. Aston Villa had 5. 31% ball possession by Everton. Aston Villa had 69% ball possession. 230 passes completed by Everton. 523 passes completed by Aston Villa. 62% passing accuracy by Everton. 85% passing accuracy by Aston Villa. 13 fouls by Everton. Then we had 14 fouls for Aston Villa, 1 yellow card to Everton and 4 yellow cards to Aston Villa. Then 0 red cards to both sides, 5 offsides to Everton and 1 offside to Aston Villa, 4 corners to Everton and 5 corners to Aston Villa. This game meant a lot to the game to the side of Aston Villa, because if they went ahead to win this game of football, they would have gone ahead to find themselves in a position of really being joint top with Liverpool, right? They would have gone ahead to be having 45 points, but having gone ahead to drop 2 points, it has resulted into them staying to the 3rd position, and they've gone ahead to play their 21st game, meaning that if Arsenal win their game they're having in hand, it will obviously result into a lot of stuff for the club of Arsenal to obviously level up with Aston Villa. And looks like Aston Villa are going off the grip a little bit, and it's really very, very worse for them. They would have gone ahead to do better, but they couldn't really kill off the chances. But we know they've been bad visitors. On the road, Aston Villa haven't been the team that you can obviously try to obviously go ahead and obviously put your money on to come in through and obviously win the game of football. But it has always resulted into that because of the way Oli Watkins is not scoring. And you'll obviously understand that it's really a matter of time for them to really get out of the top 4 positions. I told you that Tottenham Hotspur and Aston Villa are not gonna compete. You know, they are not going to be in the top 4, because when you look at the table right now, Tottenham Hotspur is playing against Manchester United, and right now Rasmus Højlund has just gone ahead to obviously score. And in 3 minutes, United are 1 goal ahead, meaning that United are going to win this game of football. And when United win this game, they will be at 34 points. At 34 points, Man United will be 5 points behind Tottenham Hotspur, and let me see, 5 here, 4, and those will be 9 behind the side of Aston Villa. So I think a lot is going to happen. For Everton, it has been really a crucial point, because they're now having 17 points in 21 games, and a lot is yet to happen. So guys, your thoughts onto that are welcome in the comment section below. Nigeria draws with Equatorial Guinea. What are your thoughts about it? And what do you make about Manchester United? Sorry, what do you make about Aston Villa dropping points at Everton as the game ended 0-0? That is it. And Rokani David remains my name. Let me go watch the game of Tottenham Hotspur and Man United, and the rest will come in through as well as planned. We thank God for the gift of life. The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum. We out.